why we both need a pair.
Of headphones?
Yeah, because then I think we'll be able to hear each other.
I can hear you. I can hear you like this, though.
No, I meant like... Fuck off.
Welcome back, episode 20. Your favorite Coke pop-up.
Yeah, now we're live. And why every time we go live? Why? Every time.
I'm just making sure that I press record.
Every time, though.
I'm just making sure we press record. I actually was going to go to the washroom.
Why did you go before?
I did. I'm getting older.
Episode 20.
Episode 20.
Why didn't I go to the washroom? Episode 20.
No, it's Ariel's new banger.
No.
I forgot. I remember that part.
Yeah.
So what we do now, we have a groove where we'll meet up, and then we'll catch up, and then immediately one of us is like, stop talking, save it for the podcast.
Yeah.
And then we kind of talk to each other, but like not really.
But we end up falling back into it, and then you're like, fuck. But it is better when we just...
I know, I wish I had a clipboard. Hey, do you have a type A personality and have nothing to do?
And want to hang out with us?
That's so funny. We should do, our level of fame, what we want now, is to be successful enough that we hold a reality show. And it's called Type A.
Stop putting me included.
No, because here's what's going to happen.
You said us.
Yeah,
like I wanted to be a part of this.
The competition is like 16 Type A personalities compete.
I get what you're doing.
Us.
I just don't like reality TV as much as you.
Yeah, well, you don't like God either, so...
Oh yeah, how many? Are you gonna bring this up every episode?
Well, no, I wanted to talk about the hate mail you...
Oh yeah, I got a lot. Like, a lot of people being like, what the fuck? And it's like, I don't think you understood what I was trying to say. Like, I don't like religion.
Could I be hilarious but punch low?
Yeah.
Was it the most hate mail you've ever gotten?
No. Definitely received more. It was interesting though, because to be on the other, I just made fun of it. Because the one guy, like, he blew up my phone while I was sleeping. I like woke up to like 20 messages and 2 missed calls.
Can you recite any of the best stuff? This is hilarious. Sorry, I'm not laughing.
Yeah.
I smoke indica before the show started.
Yeah.
This is really funny.
My favorite part was he wrote it. He was like, bro, you gotta take that down. Let me help you. Let's save your career. He was like, you gotta take it down. And then he wrote AS as soon as fucking possible, whatever that acronym.
ASAFP?
Yeah, he wrote that, and then he explained the acronym underneath it, and then he wrote, like you got this is life or death, and then to close he was like, and I'm just saying this as a guy who's seen you and knows how funny you can be.
Well, shout out to cat people, because you have like 9 lives. You just keep coming back. No, it's crazy that this guy was telling you that
That's insane behavior.
Because you don't... Here's the thing that blows my mind. When we were talking a couple weeks ago, when it came up in my decision, I wasn't like, oh, yes, God's for sure there. I was like, I hope.
Yeah.
Yeah, like,
people were cool with that.
Well, people
were so cool with that.
Yeah.
People were like, yeah.
I got some love. Like,
you got hope.
Hey, mail?
Sorry. Sorry, I'm a little bit more like, I don't think so. You know, our opinions are the same. They hold the same weight.
I'm filled with too much hope.
You're a strange dichotomy.
Because you're like a new hope.
Because you're like, I have hope, I have all these things, and then it's like, what about for yourself, bro?
Well, you all suck. Like, you all don't deserve me. How about that? I'm like if Jesus
What?
came and was like, you're all fucked. Not you, you're fucked, but I mean every collective.
I like us making a movie where you're the savior.
And I'm just hacking darts. Like you find me on my couch, lying out, just like. That's how I die, not nailed to a couch.
Yeah, you're about to get hate mail.
Instead of nailed to a cross, I'm glued to a bed.
That's so funny.
You guys know I'm kidding. I'm not saying I am. Here's the thing that's crazy. If I'm Jesus, we're all Jesus. We're all here to like, you know what I'm saying? It's like Jesus back then is like, look at Michael Jordan. I love basketball. Michael Jordan.
Wait, are you saying you're saying Jesus is the GOAT of gods?
I'm saying, no, what I'm saying is that if you watched basketball in the 90s, people saw Michael Jordan, and then people saw Kobe's work ethic and how he replicated it, and now you just have a bunch of Jordans, and the whole, you know what I'm saying? Like, everyone's phenomenal. Like, back in the day, it was like, oh, who's the best player? And it would be like, no, with every decade, it wouldn't be like an argument, you know? And nowadays, it's like, there's an argument, because it's that good. So I'm saying Jesus is like MJ, like, or not even MJ, like before MJ, like Wilt Chamberlain, getting like 100 points a game.
Man, your brain fascinates me. How you equated Jesus, the savior of humanity, to Michael Jordan.
So what I'm saying now, if I'm going to finish the thought, then I'm saying that all of us have that potential. Maybe like you
to be our own Jesus.
To be like the Jesus we all need, I guess. I don't know. Like you can go
this
to
is a hilarious church. Listen, Jesus can be whoever you need.
You can go to a place right now and make wine. Just go out. There's places like outside of Guelph. There's probably some in Toronto, but you could just go make wine. And I'm just saying, you can be your own Jesus.
I did always think it was funny when they were like, "You made wine out of water." It's like, isn't water a huge ingredient
in wine?
Isn't it a large portion of water?
Dude, I saw a magician. Shout out to Kensington Ken. I saw a magician at the Widow Carnival make like 16 2-6 bottles appear out of nothing. That's fucking impressive. And that's kind of like, I think Jesus was just a really good magician.
Okay, I think this is something I thought is, now that I've seen like bad magic and then I've seen good magic, bad magic is worse than bad stand-up. 100%.
Yes.
I would rather watch bad stand-up than a bad magician.
It's because magicians are sneaky.
Yeah.
And that's all, they're just being sneaky. So when you see a bad magician, you know, like...
Well, also it's like, I think I've gotten to the point, tell me if you think this, now when I see magic, it's like, I know, like if they've done it for extended, it's like, you know when a punchline's coming.
We kind of have the luxury of not seeing such bad stand-up, because we book the majority of our shows. The shows we don't book, if you look at them, everyone's been making an effort or not to be booking really good comics. So it's like, I haven't seen like terrible stand-up in a long time.
I guess because I'm rewatching it. There's a lot, bro.
Oh, I'm not saying that.
Like
I'm not saying we were like great.
Bombs,
I'm just saying, like, yeah, that's the game.
And nights where you're like, oh, that night was good, and then you rewatch it and you're like, it was fine.
That's the game. I think what you're going to start doing. So Ariel and I are attempting to be TikTok stars, but what we're going to do is
TikTok stars are just like
the same way.
I think what you're misunderstanding is I don't want fame. I want people.
No, but what
me.
What I can do with why we're such good friends. Because I can come up with a brilliant idea and then just sit on the sidelines and then you have to release it as like Bobby's Boys, you know? So why don't we steal the idea that I pitched to Kako and why don't we just set up a camera on your face while you're now editing stand-up?
Oh,
and you don't have to give away who the people are, but I think your face is like...
Yeah, I cringe, bro. Like, it hurts.
I think that on TikTok once a week you should literally get 45 seconds. We just kind of best of...
Honestly,
like just having a terrible time.
Yeah, like way more. I think it's worse than being at the show.
But I bet it's
because at the show it's entertaining. You're watching your friend fucking bomb.
There's nothing better than watching your friend bomb, unless
I don't know. I think watching your friend kill is so good.
No, but watching your friend bomb on camera is not nearly as fun.
Good. No, it's not nearly as fun. Because you don't get the like, hey, we've been there moment.
You think Jesus has ever bombed?
Jesus?
Do you think he was ever doing like one of his speeches and just boo?
You think he was getting laughs in the first place? Hey, I'm here because you're all doomed.
Do you think Hitler got laughs? Or it was just straight fear? It was fear talk.
Well, you can get laughs out of fear.
I would like to say...
Some people's fear manifests as laughter.
First of all, at no right does Backroom Comedy Club or Bubby's Boys... that company reflect the opinions of us.
Right,
and we are not saying that Jesus and Hitler. We're not saying that. We're just wondering about icons that made people laugh. Like Abraham Lincoln got laughs. JFK probably got laughs.
We could go and look those two up, probably. Not Abe.
You could probably look up Abe.
You think there's an audio? No, you think there's an audio recording of one of his speeches?
You can bring that on Sunday.
That would be a funny.
Come Sunday, Ariel is finally on board. What happened, I think, because I'm a narcissist, is that I started doing my act on his show. So for Ariel has a show every Sunday at 8 p.m. It's called Crowd Control. It's, to my knowledge, the only riff show in.
There have been others.
No, currently right now.
I don't know. I haven't been looking. It's different though. It's our own.
So what's happened now is we have a bucket. And over the course of time, if you ever come to the show,
it's going to be on the TV.
People throw names in the bucket, and then, or not names, like suggestions on things. And then now, because we've done the show for so long, the bucket's already like a quarter full.
Yeah, so and I got people to submit virtually too.
And people are just submitting things. But what I've done now is if the cards work out, I bring in my homie Aiden Long, and we've done it like 3 times, and we make a song on the spot, like a genre. You guys decide, and then through the bucket, I pick my lyrics. And I've been fucking murdering them.
Yeah, they're really fun. They're really cool to watch.
Fucking,
they're like,
it's different.
It's unique. It's
just
unique.
fun.
It's good.
And I enjoy it. And then I'm getting a trumpet back. Shout out old me. Pre-car accident.
Shout out you.
Yeah, shout out me.
Yeah, if you want the trumpet, bring.
How did that get so dirty?
Can you bring your ADHD in for a minute?
I feel like your joke with the kitchen counter. I wipe these tables down. Why is that so gross right now? Can they see it? And then,
buddy, I like how this is now your OCD, right? Your place has been gross since I can remember.
I've made an effort.
And now there's one dirty spot, and you're freaking out on the pot. You don't clean your apartment before I've done your dishes in the last 3 weeks.
Yeah, but since then I've made an effort.
Yeah.
No, okay, go back though. So now at 10 p.m. I have a show. It's a variety show. And now Ariel's he has an idea.
Yesterday I was listening to this podcast, unbelievable, heavyweight on. I listened to one episode. It came suggested to me. I listened to an episode, and I was like, "This thing sucks, man." It was like a redemption. It's redemption arc stories, right? So it's basically someone who wants closure around something, and then this investigative journalist helps them uncover the truth behind the situation or what people are thinking and stuff. I like how you've totally checked out. You're fucking vaping while I'm talking.
I hear exactly what you're saying.
Fuck you, dude.
So there's a podcast.
I'm mad now.
In my head, I thought about it. The camera from the cut you've made is now solely on you. No one knows that I was vaping. It solely was just
buddy,
zoom in on you.
We only zoom in on the clips.
Anyways, that being said.
You just started vaping,
so
bro.
You listen to this podcast.
No, you're not letting you off.
I'm allowed to vape. I can vape again.
Yeah, you can vape, but not like turn away from me while I'm
talking. I didn't want to blow it in your
piece of
face.
shit.
This is so much fun.
Oh my god, I listen to your bullshit all the time. Get out of here.
So you listen to
No, I don't want to.
I'm trying to pitch my show.
Yeah, like you were.
I'm trying to pitch my show.
So I just, while I was listening to it, I was reacting in my head and I was making myself die laugh. Like, die laugh. I was like, this is some funny ass shit. I wish I could bring this to stage. And then I thought, oh wait, I could.
Are you just bullying these people?
Kind of bullying, but also like asking some questions that like are obvious, but the person isn't asking.
Is it video or is it audio?
It's audio, so
can you play video and you can just
it's all an audio podcast.
You can be Kagan.0.
I did love talk. I do
you
love.
You could
talk.
do that on my show, by the way.
Yeah, that's kind of
what you're doing with audio, but eventually we have TV screens.
Well, we have to. Yeah.
You could Kagan.0. Like we could make.
I like how you're on board now.
I've been on. Well, I wasn't on board.
I think what I've learned is you're like me. If it's written, we don't get it.
And it's not that. It's the way you wrote it. You were like, I have this idea, and I was like, okay. You're like, I'm gonna listen or watch something because like at that point, I guess it wasn't that podcast. It was now an idea. So the way you sold it to me wasn't like, hey, here's a specific thing I want to try. What you sold was like, I can listen or watch something, and then we can play it for the audience, and then I can just like comment on it. But I took it as in like, I don't know how it is in South Africa, but when you're in middle school and you have to do book reports,
yes,
that's what I thought you were pitching.
You think I was gonna like
because you don't read, you listen. So I thought you were gonna like listen to a book and then come and I was just
that is pretty funny though. That would be funny too.
It would be, but it was just they're two different ideas. So when you pitched it to me, and like again, when you pitched it to me, I know that we just made fun of how gross my house has been. But you can tell I put it in the
Oh yeah, it looks amazing.
No, so for that it's like I'm cleaning, I'm doing laundry, I'm like doing shit.
Pitching you that
and you're pitching me this idea, and like I'm either half reading or you're half writing. Like I'm not just gonna blame you anymore. It's clearly I'm high and like it's me too. So it's like it's just so funny the juxtapositions. When you sent me that thing, I was just like, are you pitching me a book report right now? And you're like, you're such an asshole. And I was like, read back what you wrote. Like you wasn't.
And I was asking you if it was variety enough. Because it is stand-up.
As long as it's not okay.
But it is stand-up.
Here's the best part of you being my friend, and I'm glad no one listens to this podcast. I'm kind of like wrestling with kayfabe. Okay, we're never gonna. You know what that is? It's like you know how wrestler and you believe it's real, and like in the world it's real.
Yeah, until I was like
you don't. There's no like behind the scenes of wrestling. It's always if there's fans, you're in character, you're on. You can do stand-up comedy at my show. You can do like
I just can't do stand up.
No, like even with joke hunting, where you're like it needs to. It's like you can still. we're all brand new at this. We're all like...
Yeah, we're all at the start of a variety journey.
Well, I'm not because I get the freestyle and rap thing, but for the rest of you, and like for me when we do ghost hunting, like we're at the beginning of our improv journey, okay? We're at the beginning, so we have guys like a Boss, okay? Shout out to Boss Wahab, literally one of the best in the country.
Check out the immigrant section.
One of the best in the country, no doubt, okay? But he has no problem asking me to tell stories, which he does, and he makes them funny. And he literally poured his heart out last time.
He looked like...
He told a story, and like, he gets it. So for us, it's kind of funny where it's like, well, we don't get it. We don't get what I'm trying to do at our show, at our club. Like, you're just like, I don't know. No, but you know what I'm like?
No, I meant more like, because it's your vision. I didn't want to come up there and just be like, you've told people they can't do it, and then I'm doing it.
I tell people they can't do it because I don't need shout out Greggy Pallone. I don't need fucking shout out Greggy Pallone going out on stage and just fucking doing his 6 minutes.
I want to talk about a video set that was not rough, but so fun to watch. Greggy Pallone on Keith Pedro's show.
Really?
Buddy, it was like I was there again. It's fire, bro. I sent him a text where I was like, dude, you're gonna be a fucking monster.
Wait till you catch his riff show last week.
Oh, it's
his
insane.
Riff show last
He had the
week.
best riff set
His
so far.
bucket, he made...
Better than me.
He made pulling out of a bucket fun.
Yeah.
You know what
Yeah, it's so fun.
He made like a whole gesture of pulling out a
That
ton.
was a really good riff show. For 8 audience, it was
So yeah, that's what I'm saying.
dope.
And then I'm not hating, like that's great that turned into love, but that's where I'm at. Like the whole point of you tell me that I just can't have like Jess and Evan every time.
That's not what I said. What I said is I would like us to be reaching
No,
other
but
talent.
I'm saying that
I want, if you're watching this, you have a talent, I want you to come.
If stand-up wasn't your first thing, if you like did something else before stand-up, because let's be real.
I did do stuff before.
Not you personally, but when I talk to them right now, it's like, sure, Kakum and Kyle. And I'm sure there's other people that I don't know well enough. But out of like the 300 people that I consider myself close friends with in stand-up comedy, 2 of them wanted this at 16. Everyone else had something else.
Yes.
So whatever that something else is.
I understand that.
I'm pitching it.
I know.
Just letting them message us.
And I'm saying this is where I think I've said this to you like several times, where you're not understanding as backroom.
Slow down for a sec. I think I'm understanding. You're not understanding what's happening right now. Right now, I'm talking to them. If you are a comedian and or you're another person with a talent, reach out to us. With you, you're right.
Hey, I'll do it too. Hey, if you're not a comedian and have another talent,
that's all it says.
Please reach out to us.
If you're another, this is where it gets fun. If you're not a comedian who has another talent who wants to perform that, reach out to us for us to practice like a gym or like a workout on a Sunday. But if you're a non-comedian who now wants to get into comedy,
different show. Different show. You can't come to Weirdo Carnival.
So Weirdo Carnival is...
I mean, you can come watch.
Weirdo Carnival's for anything but stand-up.
Yes.
And then everything else is for stand-up. Minus your show.
Well, my show's still stand-up.
Well, your show...
Improv stand-up.
What I've gotten away with your show is I get to come to ideas. And I get to try...
That is what it's for.
I know, for me, I'm lucky that we have a comedy club. And then I get my 10 sets. And then again... Hopefully, by the end of summer, we're back at 15, like not back at, but the goal is 15, okay? So once we have 15 shows going and I can get really good at stand-up, it's wild. Wild. But why was I saying that?
Well, because you're coming with new ideas.
Oh, because I'm coming with new ideas every
Which is
week
allowed.
now.
You're allowed.
So at your show, I get to cheat.
I'm saying if you're allowed to bring something that's fresh.
Your shit's Comedy Farm-ish.
Yeah, Comedy Farm with an element of, I'm stuck.
Bucket.
Let me
talk.
Or today I want to talk to these people.
And there's a lot of comics, like here's the cool thing about your show. There's a lot of comics that show us how important technical is. But for us, we're loose.
When
this gives you an opportunity.
So my set in the Keep show, when I am loose and find moments to tell my bits, oh buddy, it's unstoppable.
You cool hit this bit.
Yeah. You can hit the vape while you're talking.
Like I hit you.
Just like, just maybe still listen.
So you murdered your Keith set?
Can I hit a vape? Fuck you. No, you got 2? No, I don't want to hit a vape. I thought you pulled out a second one.
Can you imagine?
Wait, why are you vaping now? Is that so you don't have to go outside for a cigarette every...
And so I try to not smoke so many cigarettes.
Okay, I can get on board.
It's not working.
Yeah, of course not.
Not even a little.
You know why?
It tastes like blueberries. Anything that tastes like blueberries.
cigarettes flavored?
What's crazy?
They do mint, but why don't they do like a grape cigarette?
What's crazy for me is that I read an article that they're like, "Hey, Juul's killing a bunch of kids. It's off the market in the States. They're like banning it." And then I'm like, "Oh, I should quit. I should get a vape."
Well, I can teach you how to quit something. Like, you know how you have your joke?
That's why you set it up. That's why I was
Yeah,
like,
say it. Tell them. How do you...
see it.
How do you...
You run out of money.
Yeah.
That's how you quit something. And then you realize once you've run out of money how important that thing is in your life. Once you have no money to purchase on said item, then you get to decide.
You want to know the real truth? Is these things are all mechanisms at which we escape. The question isn't, how do I get enough money to get the thing? The question is, why do I do it?
You want to see a funny clip?
Yeah. You're a fucking jackass. I'm trying to, like, help you get in touch with who you are for real.
I know, that's why I did that.
And then you're
why
like,
would you do that here?
Yeah, because this is what the podcast is for.
For me to find out what's going on in here.
And make it funny. Oh, sorry, you haven't written some of your best stand-up? No. Hang on.
My whole life, everyone's like, be funny. Like, my girlfriend makes, yesterday she calls me from Greece, and her brother's there, and then she's like, it came up that she told her brother that I was from Israel, and I was like, that's not a thing. Like, you can't. She's like, aren't all Jews from Israel? And I was like, we're actually given Israel, and this is not a conversation we can have. That's the new premise I have.
That's
like,
really
that's
funny.
fucked up,
That's really
but it's super funny. But like, where I'm at is like, let's be real. If we're gonna break the layer, is like, she was just making jokes. She never actually, but like, that's what it became.
Yeah.
And it's just so funny that like, so when I hang out with her, I have to make jokes, and like they're good jokes like that, but like, always making jokes, and then I hang out with you, and you're like. Going. Then like Kakum calls and he's just like, "Oh, I hate your soup joke. Your soup joke, dig deeper." And it's like, what the hell's going on?
Again.
Always be funny.
No. Only on the podcast.
When
we get off this podcast, you can tell me whatever you want.
Always be.
And it doesn't have to be jokes. We're trying to entertain.
You ever watch?
Sorry, I want you to feel and entertain.
You
mean good art?
In sales.
You mean good art?
In sales, it's always be closing.
Yeah.
It's in comedy, always be funny. Always be funny. Always be funny. It's like in the 90s.
It's not true.
I wish I started comedy earlier.
It's not true though.
If I started comedy when I was 16, the year would have been like 98, and I would have already been huge.
Let me ask
the
you.
race jokes I do, my rap, oh my god, I would have been fucking.
Let me ask you a question.
Superstar.
Am I always funny? How many times do we sit and I talk and I'm literally just being like sad about it?
Well, now we've had the conversation real. The problem is that we're all like, specifically you and I, we're both very funny. So it's like with one of us is being like, "Who's sad?" Someone's gonna. It's always, and then it's like I assume like the people you accompany yourself with in your personal life. That's how I'm gonna say that. And then Ash, she's funny. So it's like, oh great, so I'm always laughing there, and it's just like my family's funny.
You want time away from laughing?
No.
Is that what you're saying right now? You're like, I need a break. I laugh too much.
What if I opened up a club?
I like how you're making laughing too much a fucking problem.
What if I opened a club beside our club in like the basement of the other Ethiopian restaurant, and it was like a serious club where it's like no laughing, where you just can't laugh. If you laugh,
you mean like a poetry lounge?
No. Like a survivors meeting.
Wait, sorry. Poetry can be funny. I didn't mean
like something like a traumatic club.
Oh, you mean like a social club where it's like group therapy.
Yeah, but no one wants to get better. They just don't want to.
They don't want to get better.
They just don't want to laugh.
That would be a funny support group.
That'd be a funny sketch.
Guys who don't want to get better.
Just got people that meet up every week, and it's like, oh, are we friends? It's like, nope. Like one guy, you just show the different perspectives. So one guy's like Greg to just be like, hanging out with my friends, and then you get like me to just be like, I'm going to therapy, and then like and everyone like I'm going to probation. Like everyone just thinks it's something else.
I'm going to art. That's Robert.
Oh, you mean stand up? That's even funnier. I just meant.
No, I just.
Robert. Robert's so funny. Fuck man, they're all so funny. Shut up, Robert. Shut up, Ben.
I think we're at.
Shout out you, shout out me.
Shout out you for sure. Shout out you.
Cannabis.
I shout out Greg for that set. Your set on that whole show was fire.
Was I hosting?
Yeah, you fucking.
So what happens now? What I've realized, and it's funny because like any good host will tell you to not make the show about yourself. However, when I host and I make the show about myself, it goes pretty good.
It goes, yeah.
It's like it's,
Well, no, because you're still you make it about yourself,
But
because you want to be your best for the others.
but every advice that I would give other people, I don't follow at all. This is just another one of those advices where it's like, yeah.
You mean classic brand?
Classic brand where it's like, yeah, when you host, make everyone else better. When I host,
Can you write a bit about how you're the biggest hypocrite in the world?
Do you think it's that I make people? Do you think that I am good at that because? Oh, I forgot what I was gonna say. Is it the fuckarounery? Is it like the? It just makes sense.
I mean, in the one I watched, what made it great was you talked to them, and then related their shit back to you, and then went into bits.
So
it was so funny.
The thing with Keith though, and he wasn't there; he was upstairs. But like, I ate a pile last time I saw Keith. And I make jokes. I even called him out that weekend. I was like, "You deleted my number off your phone." And he's like, "No, man, you started working with Yux." But it's like, I was so bad that night. Like the night home, he was like, every good comedian has like one joke, and no matter what situation, and they can tell in the room theirs. Just one. Just one joke.
And he was saying you didn't have that.
I didn't have anything that night.
Yeah, but
look how much better I've gotten now.
Keith's been there. He just forgets.
Forget that. Okay,
he has more smashes
you know
now.
how long ago that was?
Yeah.
Forget this. This is in the past. I'm just saying that, like, so. But when I see Keith, I have to like.
You're like, yo, you better watch.
Not even watch. It's like I'm gonna like as the headliner when you get on that stage how the night went. You check in. Like you're not.
It is a good feeling sometimes to watch yourself save a show. Like that's pretty dope.
Well, it's weird.
To have that ability.
Well, to
be like, oh, this show has gone very poorly.
If you come on a Friday or Saturday to our show, at some point you'll turn around or they'll turn around. And the problem we're having too is that because we were so excited our first couple weeks with all the complimentary tickets, for some reason, if it's free,
yeah, they get. It's like it's almost worse to give free tickets out because it's like it hurts more. They're like, there's so many people here.
Okay, so we're
gonna make it bad.
We're gonna do a special Patreon for you guys this week. Ariel's gonna come with me shopping at my girlfriend's home after 10 days of a vacation, and I'm gonna buy her flowers and a bottle of wine. Anything you want to say to them before we go?
Well, thanks for watching. This has been the YouTube.
No, I wanted you to build it up. You really don't.
I'm excited to go and do this with you because it's funny. How much I hate the concept of love language. It just upsets me, right? Because people are like active service. Yeah, it's like we're complicated beings, right? You can't just throw me in a category, but then it's fun to watch it be real.
You are a guy where it's like when I wrote Brightside. If anyone doesn't know, Brightside's this thing I wrote. It's a pilot about a clinically depressed motivational speaker. You're like the guy that would have read all of the Brightside books. You're like someone who's like made an effort to because even that what you just said my girlfriend likes flowers. She's been gone. Why not give her something that she'll keep alive and feel good that are pretty and smell nice? What is your fucking problem with that?
Well, if you, I thought you wanted to do this at the store, but we'll do it now, I guess. Is that it's not that I have a problem with it. What it does is, this is the trick.
I would rather you do it now, so you're this guy. Get it out. So in public, you're fine.
When I reflect, onto what's happening in the situation, there's so much unnecessary shit, right? Your girlfriend knows you missed her. You are not in a financial position where you can go drop $20 on flowers, right? But you're going to do it. You're going to do it anyway. And so what that says to me is you're looking out for her more than you're looking out for yourself.
Oh, that's fair.
And then on top of that, if you don't do it, I picture her going, oh, you didn't buy me flowers? And then I get even madder.
Well, first of all, you...
But that's not her, that's me.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah,
I get that.
She wouldn't care if there were flowers or not. And then, I'm going to... Look what time it is now. We're going to find something for 50% off right now. Real sweet.
Well, so to me, it's, okay, if you're going to go this way, how about we put a little bit more effort into it?
No matter what happens...
Because I know your girlfriend very little.
But no matter what happens, you're just... this is what you're
This is my problem, is that I can see it at all times. This is what I'm thinking at all times. It's in any situation, I'm seeing this at play, and it drives me insane.
It's just fun to watch. So I'm glad that you see that.
Sorry, if you're gonna buy her a gift, What did I say outside?
Get something.
Get her a plant.
Yes, but she...
Get her a fucking plant, bro. I don't know your girlfriend that well. I've never seen flowers in her house.
There's flowers in her house.
But I've seen 1,000 plants.
So why would I get her another plant?
Because she likes plants, bro. I bet you she loves plants. I bet you the plant is a better gift than flowers. In fact, when she gets back, ask her. Give her whatever you want to give her, and then just ask her.
This has been episode 20.
20, bro. Coke dance. We didn't talk about a coke dance once, which is unusual for us. At every window, we're like, Coke dance. Okay.
No, we're growing.
Thanks for watching.
It's not us, it's our dads. Now that we saw, you made a tagline for the last week, so we're fine. We appreciate you guys watching. Follow us on everything. Have a good day.